Smash the like button. Also, Karrion Kross turned himself into a chimpanzee because he chose his wife over the WWE. Make that make sense.
I'm telling you, this is what I hate about fans of fake pro wrestling. It's all about the whataboutisms. Every damn day, every damn week, it's all about the whataboutisms. What about him? What about her? Stop comparing business situations to other fake pro wrestlers. What does Killer Kross have to do with Santos Escobar? Why compare them? I'm like, what the hell is this? Why compare them? Those two men have never crossed paths, and both their contracts are different. You can't compare Kross to Santos Escobar. Apples and oranges. Listen, Killer Kross, he left because he was butthurt because Paul Levesque and Nick Khan, they were slow on re-signing his wife. Listen, if Paul Levesque doesn't want to re-sign my wife, all right, cool, whatever. That's her business. How are you a package deal? You can't do that. That's stupid. Why would you want to be a package deal? That's why you can't compare Kross to Santos Escobar. Santos is one man. He's one individual. He is not a package deal. Humberto, Angel, those two men are somewhat of a package deal, but you can't compare them to Santos Escobar. He's one man. You can't compare Santos to Killer Kross and his girl. That's dumb. Kross chose not to resign. Yes, they were trying to resign him, but he felt like they were a package deal, him and his girl. And I believe that's dumb. Why would you want to be a package deal with your girl? I'm like, okay, what if Daniel Bryan was a package deal with Brie? You see, that's stupid. That's dumb. What if The Miz was a package deal with his wife? Well, by your logic, The Miz would leave. Because to my knowledge, The Miz's wife is not under contract in the World Wrestling Federation. So just imagine if The Miz left. That's stupid, dog. You can't compare Santos and Killer Kross. To me, I think Killer Kross, he's Mr. Sip-tastic. Triple H, Paul Levesque, he was planning on re-signing Scarlett down the line. But Kross felt like, you know what? We gotta be signed at the same time. Nigga, that's simp shit. That's Mr. Sip-tastic. These marks wanna say, oh, yeah, he stood by his wife. What a great man. Man, hell no, man. He's Mr. Sip-tastic. That's what that is. Because, bro, like I said, nigga, I'm cold-blooded. If you don't want to resign my girl, whatever, because I'm still available. That's the point, nigga. I'm still available for business. Because at the end of the mother effing day, she's not going to dump me, all right? That's my mindset. She's not going to dump me because the bills are still paid. If he don't want to resign my girl, who cares, nigga? I gotta get paid. These bills gotta get paid. Like I said, that's a stupid mindset. Just because your company doesn't want to resign your girl, who cares? How about you replace her? Why can't Kross just replace her with a bitch from NXT? So, you can't stop your progress when it comes to being by your girl's side. That's dumb, man. You never know. What if Kross is better off without Scarlett on TV? You never know. You see, this is why people compare Kross to Mark Merrill. By his logic, he's Mark Merrill. So Kross, he feels like, you know what? I ain't shit without Scarlett. You see, Kross knows he ain't shit without Scarlett. He knows that. But why would you want to tell the world that? That's what you said, bro. You think you ain't shit without Scarlett. See, my mindset would be, I want to show the world that I'm still that guy without my girl. That's my mindset. Why can't grown-ass men stand on their own 2 feet without they bitch beside them? This is why I don't respect Karrion Kross. I don't respect Killer Kross. How can you say you a package deal with Scarlett? It's like, man, are you tone deaf? Are you tone deaf? People compare you to Mark Merrill, dummy. What the fuck? Show the world that you're not Mark Merrill. You can't compare Killer Kross to Santos Escobar. It's apples and oranges, bro. Apples and mother effing oranges. That's like saying, what if Santos Escobar, he quit the World Wrestling Federation just because they fired, what's her name? Carmen Electra or something? I think Lopez Electra, whatever. Yeah, they fired his female manager. Okay, by your logic, that's like saying Santos will quit just because they fired Carmen Electra. That's dumb, bro. You can't do that. Be a fucking man. Be a man. All right, so I'm hearing that Paul Levesque and Nick Khan, they have expressed Santos Escobar's creative concerns. Now, these dumbass marks want to say, well, why didn't they address the concerns of Killer Kross and his backstage creative? Wow, man, y'all dumb, man. That is not why he left, okay? That's not why Killer Kross left. He left because he was trying to stand by his girl's side. It has zero to do with backstage creative. With Santos, that's different. He felt like he was becoming a manager for Angel and Humberto. Those were his backstage concerns. He still wants to be a singles fake pro wrestler and be a manager. That's the effing point. You can't compare that to Killer Kross. Stop doing whataboutisms. That's so cringe and corny. Listen, take my advice. Don't go out like Killer Kross. Don't become Mr. Simptastic like Killer Kross. He chose the Indies over the World Wrestling Federation just to side with his bitch. That's corny. That's simp stuff. I had no idea that Killer Kross was a simp pansy. Imagine being a simp pansy in 2025. Imagine being Mr. Simptastic in 2025. That's insane in the membrane. He chose the Indies. He chose GCW over the World Wrestling Federation just because Paul Levesque was taking his time to resign Scarlett. Like, who gives a fuck? She don't wrestle. She's not a fake pro wrestler. She is nothing more than a sexy ass manager. That's about it. Why are you a package deal? Because you know you ain't shit without Scarlett. Killer Kross, he's very overrated. Okay, bitch? He's very overrated if his wife is not by his side. Nobody cares about this guy. Stop capping. You know he's boring. Hence why Vince McMahon released him. Vince McMahon tried to experiment with a singles Killer Kross. I think back in 2022, 2021, etc. He tried to do an experiment. Is Killer Kross boring and bland without Scarlett? Yes, he is. Because Vince McMahon, he booked Killer Kross against Jeff Hardy. Remember that? On Raw. He lost. But go back and watch his entrance. He got no pop, no reaction. He looked like a bland, bald-headed fuck without Scarlett. And that's why Vince McMahon released him. He felt like Kross was bland without his sexy-ass wife. He's Mark Merrow. Listen, none of you are fans of Killer Kross. Stop capping. You're not. None of you are fans of Killer Kross. You are fans of his girl. His girl makes him look good. His girl makes him look like a star. But overall, stop capping. You're not a fan of Killer Kross. And that is facts on mother effing facts. So, who's more valuable to the World Wrestling Federation? Killer Kross or Santos Escobar? Come on, man. It ain't close. It's Santos Escobar. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's Santos Escobar. He's the better fake pro wrestler. He has his own faction. That man can talk. And you can book Santos as a faction leader, a manager, a fake pro wrestler. You could also book him to become the United States Heavyweight Champion. Also, you can book Santos Escobar to become the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. Also, you can send him back down to AAA. So You can do tons of things with Santos Escobar that you can't do with a Karrion Kross without his girl by his side. So no, nigga, you can't compare Santos Escobar to Killer Kross. You could do more with a Santos over fucking Killer Kross. Because last time I checked, Santos Escobar, he's doing just fine without Carmen Electra by his side. Facts. Santos Escobar, he has shown us that he's better off without Carmen Electra by his side. And that is facts on mother effing facts. Killer Kross has never shown us that he's better off without his girl. Oh yeah, by the way, if you got a problem with anything I said in this video, all right, cool. Let's run that fade, dog. I don't duck no fades, bruh. Shit, nigga. Let's go. Catch the fade. And I'm done.